Live with CDP Sports Talk, a weekly sports and entertainment podcast sponsored by Barry Cullen Chevrolet. Live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. And on audio via Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, Anchor FM, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Radio Public, and TuneIn. Now, here's your host, Chris Palme.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Season 9, Episode 23, overall 463 of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, sponsored by Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership at 905 Woodlawn Road West in the Guelph Auto Mall. Check out barrycullen.com for the newest selection of new and pre-owned GM vehicles, along with their great selection of all-electric vehicles and Cadillac products as well. You can call the dealership at 519-824-0210 and tell them Chris Palme sent you, or you can email the dealership at info@barrycullen.com. I've been a proud customer of Barry Cullen Chevrolet here in Guelph since the year 2000, and Barry Cullen Chevrolet Cadillac, it's been family run and operated here in Guelph since 1969. I have another sponsor for my show as well. Wellington Brewery just recently joined the show as a sponsor. Wellington Brewery is located at 950 Woodlawn Road West in Guelph, Ontario, founded in 1985. Make sure you check out their website, wellingtonbrewery.ca, and make sure you try a Welly on today, and make sure to please drink responsibly as well. I hope everyone's doing well on this cold, -1, 26 degree Tuesday night here in Guelph, Ontario. It's snowing here as well. I guess it's not Tuesday. It is Wednesday. I apologize. It is Wednesday, December 4th, 2024. For some reason, I thought it was Tuesday, but I got the weather right. It is -1 Celsius, which is about 26 degrees, and snowing here in Southern Ontario. I'm looking forward to my guest tonight. This is going to be her first ever appearance on Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. Her name is Heather Melody Davis. She is a stand-up comedian, actress, and singer, and she's originally from Shelbyville, Tennessee, and now in the Atlanta, Georgia area. And we're going to bring her on, and we're going to talk a little comedy and some music and her acting career as well. Good evening, Heather. How are you doing?
Hey, Chris. I'm good. How are you this evening?
Not too bad on this 26 degree Wednesday night, and we're finally getting snow here. We've had more snow in the last 2 days here than we did all last winter here.
Yeah, let me give you the no ma'am face, because you said it was -1 degrees.
1 Celsius, yeah, so that's 26 Fahrenheit. We do our temperatures here in Canada. We do it by Celsius, and you guys do yours by Fahrenheit.
That's cold. That's cold.
That's okay. I don't mind it. We have our hot, humid summers here, so I don't mind the fall and the winter and the spring. I get a little we get a little taste of everything here. And last year we did not have a winter here at all, so it's nice to see snow. For me, for Christmas, I like to see snow. To me, it feels more Christmassy with snow. So I'm not sure if you agree with me on that, but
well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Christmas holidays run together for me because I work at a Waffle House, and Waffle House never closes. So holidays just kind of run. So snow just makes it harder for me to get to work.
How was your U.S. Thanksgiving Day? Because ours in Canada is in October, and yours is just at the end of November.
Really, it's in October. I did not know that. Wow. Well, I was born here in where I come from in Tennessee. Thanksgiving, I was actually born Thanksgiving Day, and it doesn't fall on my birthday every year. It was the 4th Thursday of November this year, and I normally know it to be the 3rd Thursday, but something happens. But I had a great Thanksgiving. I worked very hard, but it was a really great Thanksgiving. The app fan base actually gifted me and my daughter a Thanksgiving dinner, which was amazing. And I'm so grateful to you guys over at Fanbase. Thank you very, very much. I'm sorry, a little shameless. But that was a blessing to me and my daughter and to my coworkers at work, because I took it to work, which they're my family. So we actually had that Thanksgiving dinner at work. It was awesome.
And I always tell people, whatever career you're in or whatever job you're in, the people you work with are just as important as the money itself. Don't get me
Absolutely.
wrong, money's important, but just working with people that you get along with, and it just makes the job a little more easier and fun.
That's right. That's so right. That's
But
so right.
by the way, I've had some comedians on my show recently from Atlanta, Arma Benoit and Betty Brown. I'm not sure if you've heard of them, but they've been on my show recently as well.
Yeah, no, I don't think we might have run across each other. I'm horrible with names because I'm old and I'll be forgetting names, but I know faces. I'll see your face and be like, bruh. Everybody's either nephew or bruh or Sugarfoot.
Well,
So I
you're
don't
only
have to remember names.
yeah, you're only 32. I'm actually 52. I'm ancient. I'm ancient. So
You said 32. We're going with that. I
okay,
like
deal,
that you said that.
deal.
Look,
And
listen, my daughter's clapping in the background because she agrees that 32 is
okay,
where we'll stay.
definitely. Oh, we have a viewer. His name is Robbie. He's from Buffalo, New York. He has his own podcast show, and he just wanted to say hello, Chris and Heather. And he's a big Buffalo Bills fan.
Hey, Robbie. God bless your heart. Bless your spirit.
Parts of Buffalo, New York, which is about 2 hours from me, they had 2 to 4 feet of snow, so they really get hammered with snow there.
Yeah. Well, bless your spirit over there in New York and your Buffalo Bills and all that snow that y'all be trying to. Y'all don't care about the snow. Y'all don't care. Y'all
I
kids
don't.
go to school in it.
Yeah,
We get 2 inches
yeah.
of snow and they shut our schools down.
Really, for 2 inches? Wow.
Yeah, yeah. 2 inches of snow on the ground. It doesn't stick, and our
Wow.
kids are immediately out of school.
Wow.
Yes,
And we
so
got
I
another
can
comment here
respect
too.
people. Yeah, I can respect
And
the two. You can do 2 feet of snow. I respect that.
and he goes, "Hey, you all, I like Atlanta too. I don't know if Robbie's ever been there. I've been to 13 states, but I've never been to Georgia. So I wanted to ask you, what do you love the most? What do you love and enjoy the most about Atlanta and the state of Georgia?"
Um, Atlanta, Georgia has become my home. This is where I moved. Um, when I first left home, when you leave the nest.
Yes.
And I have family that lived here. So I have been coming here since my teenage years. And I was just kind of ready. And so I ended up here. And now it's just home for me. It's just, I've been in, I heard you say you've been in 13 states. I've been in 39 states. My
Wow.
ex-husband was military. So I traveled a lot. And it's just something about, yeah, Cynthia says home. It's Atlanta's home now. It just feels like home.
How hard how hard was it traveling and moving a lot earlier?
Well, my sign, which is a Sagittarius, we're travelers. We love to travel. Like you say, get your bag packed, Heather, let's go, and I'm ready to ride. So I didn't mind that at all. Like I said, I think it was really cool. I've been in 39 states. That's probably the coolest thing in the world for me, as being a little country girl from Shelbyville, Tennessee. I never thought I'd get out of Tennessee, and I've been in 39 states so far, which is really, really cool. So,
Have you been internationally yet or to Canada yet?
and I have not. I want to come. The way things are starting to look over here, I might be looking for a flat over there soon.
And you know what? I was speaking to one of my guests. I always stay out of political stuff, anyways. But I was going to say the world right now needs more comedy and comedians with what's going on in the entire world right now.
Absolutely, I totally 100% agree, because it's some crazy stuff going on around here. You got to laugh to keep from crying sometimes.
And you know what? I look at comedy as a form of therapy. How do you feel about that as well?
I absolutely believe so. I feel it's also not just a form of therapy. I feel like it's a ministry, which I feel like therapy is a ministry as well, because it's a place where you can go where you feel comfortable, where you're able to release. And, when you give people joy when you make them laugh. You never know what somebody's going through. So I always try to have a kind word or something that even strangers, I've never met a stranger in my life. I talk to everyone. So I crack jokes, people in line in the stores and things. Cause again, you never know what kind of day somebody's having or, what they may be going through.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you there. And also, I find there's a lot of similarities between musicians and comedy because musicians are very passionate about their music and they get their music from their life experiences. And a lot of them tell me that it's therapy as well. And it's a lot cheaper. Music and comedy is a lot cheaper than going to a shrink.
You better believe it. Why do you think I'm doing it? I ain't got no insurance. I can't go see no doctor. I got to get this thing out one way or the other. And I got tired of going to jail. And so I was like, you know what? Just let me make some music and crack some jokes. Because jail wasn't fun. I didn't agree with that route.
And I have another guest watching us. Her name is Terry Granahan. She's a stand-up comedian from originally from New York. She's now in Pennsylvania. Terry's going to be my next guest on my show on Saturday at 2:00. So this is what I love about this show. Even though you're in Atlanta and I'm near Toronto, this technology is amazing. And
yes,
I've had people on my show from 7 countries around the world so far.
Wow, that's so dope. That's
Absolutely.
really cool.
So absolutely. And we're going to get into some questions, Heather. And the first one I wanted to ask you, just got to fix the graphic here. I wear 7 hats, by the way, not just these hats, but literally for my show. So I'm going to ask you.
Nice. Oh, you're the man over there.
I try to be. So can you tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
Let me see. I am a singer, songwriter, comedian, actress, special needs mom originally from the state of Tennessee. I'm just here to make everybody laugh. I want to make the world laugh. I want to break color lines. I want to break all kind of barriers. I just want everyone to know that it's okay to laugh. So that's what you get. What you see with me is what you get. So that's pretty much Heather in a nutshell. I've been clowning my whole life. So if you come around me, be prepared to laugh.
That's a good thing. Wanted to ask you this too. I know the pandemic's been over for a couple years now, but how difficult was that 2-year pandemic for your situation? And also, how much did it affect people's mental health and also the comedy industry? I know I watched a few shows on live stream from Flappers in California, and it was fun, but it wasn't the same as being there live. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on the 2-year pandemic and how much it affected your comedy career as well.
Me personally, the pandemic actually wasn't too far from my normal lifestyle. Like I said, I have a special needs child, so we don't people that much, if that makes sense. And so us being locked down kind of wasn't really a big thing for us. I'm used to being able to shop online, and actually it built my comedy career because I had time, to work on my skits. And like I said, I incorporated my daughter in my skits, and next thing I know, I was getting emails from different clubs that were doing online shows. And I actually got my first paid show during the pandemic from an online show. So yeah, they kind of actually helped boost my comedy career a little bit.
And that's when I started my career into podcasting and radio media was March 2020, and it helped me get through those 2 years. And you know what? As much as I love doing this show virtually, the last couple of years now, I've been doing in-person interviews as well. And there's nothing better than when you're talking to people in person, just like you're as a performer, as a comedian and a musician, as an actress. There's nothing better than being on stage live, just like for myself doing these shows in person.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. My daughter agrees. Yeah, I do. I understand. It's just something about being able to see the crowd. And, I love crowd work. Like I said, I'm childish, so I love to play and I talk to everybody. Nobody's ever been a stranger to me in my life. So I love to do the crowd work and, meet people. Like everybody's a stranger till they're not. That's the way I was raised. So I love to meet people and learn about them and crack some jokes and cut up because everybody go through something that's funny. Okay.
That's true. I wanted to ask
Mm-hmm.
you this as well. Do you do voice impressions as well?
I do. I used to do a little musical voice impressions when I was younger. My voice has changed some. But when I was younger, I absolutely Whitney Houston is like my favorite singer of all time. Okay, her and Luther. Can't put her before Luther. Luther came first, but she absolutely was like one of my favorites. I did all my talent shows and everything with Whitney Houston songs, and I used to do an impression of her when I was younger of her doing the alphabet. I'm
What
not
made
sure I can still get it done, but it was it's pretty good.
what made Whitney Houston so special? And it's hard to believe she's been gone, I think, what, 12, 13 years now. Much too young.
Yeah, listen, don't go there. I'm heartbroken and I'm clutching my pearls at this moment. Okay, Whitney, for me, I remember as a kid, like I said, I've always loved music. I came out loving music. My pastor told me that I breathe in air and breathe out music. And I told him and God talk too much because he in my business. But you know, but I've always loved music. And Whitney Houston I think when I was about maybe 5 or 6 years old, was when her first single aired. And I can remember her standing at the microphone singing, like, oh, her voice was amazing. And I remember wanting to sing like that. And so I was going to do the same thing. Her career jumped off at 17, and I was going to do, at 17 and have my first video. Now, her voice was, and every song was just better than the last. So, yeah, Whitney was amazing.
I'm going to put you on the spot here. What was your favorite Whitney Houston song?
Honestly, my favorite of all time was My Love Is Your Love. I can't not listen to that song to this day without crying.
Have you ever?
She actually wrote that song to us as her fans. That was like her dedication song to us, and it's timeless because she's even saying in the song, even when I'm not here, I'm still gonna be here with you guys. I still love you, and it was just, I love her. I loved her. She's gone too soon.
Absolutely. When you do your live performances singing, do you ever do a Whitney Houston song?
I have a lot of my own, my own music that I do. But baby, I'll tear a Whitney song up at karaoke. What you mean?
I tried karaoke once 5 years ago in New York City, and I emptied out a bar. I had a few too many drinks in me. I was staying in a hotel nearby, and I never tried karaoke before. And I did 3 songs. I did Journey, Don't Stop Believing,
Oh yes.
Detroit Rock City by Kiss, and This Is
Mm-hmm.
How We Do It by Montel Jordan.
Classics, all classics, and I'm sure you told the room down. We got to make a plan to go karaoke together, friend, because I love karaoke.
I don't have any musical talent. My talent is talking.
It doesn't matter. No, you don't have to have talent to karaoke. What do you mean? Karaoke is for fun. Okay, you don't have to have the best voice to karaoke. You to play the right song and the whole room is singing with you. So it doesn't matter if you can sing or not, right? Everybody's enjoying the music.
Absolutely. Hey, and when I first started this show 5 years ago, some of my first guests were ventriloquists, female ventriloquists. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on that?
What, on ventriloquism?
Yeah.
I don't trust that. I don't trust it. I don't trust people that can throw their voice. Just like I don't trust. I'm sorry, I don't trust a man without a mustache. You don't got a mustache. I don't know. It's questionable. You're like, how you throw your voice, and where's your stash?
It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do.
It isn't. I know it's not. Can you do it?
No.
Okay.
I would. Well, I could do the jokes, the joke part of it.
Okay. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
What do they call that? The dummy of the puppet?
My favorite dummy joke, ventriloquist joke was where the guy said, the dummy said that the guy had his hand up his butt all day. That was his job. They were arguing, and he told him that he had his job was had to have his hand up his butt all day. Yeah, I think that was like my favorite one. I don't even remember the guy, but he was hilarious.
Absolutely.
I've loved comedy my entire life. I used to sneak up late at night so I could watch Comic View and Def Jam and all of that. I wasn't allowed.
So when did you develop an interest in the comedy and the entertainment industry as a singer and an actress as well?
Well, it actually kind of hit me all at once. Like I said, I've been doing music professionally. I've been doing music my whole life. I've been singing my whole life. I started music professionally at 16, and around about 2015 or so, all throughout my music career, I've always made everyone in the room laugh. And everybody has always asked me, why don't you do comedy? Why don't you do comedy? And I was like, because I do music. And somebody stopped me and was like, okay, dummy, you can do both. And I was like, I can't. You know what? Yeah, I can, And around the year 2015, I moved back to Atlanta. And it's a really awesome guy. He's one of the major promoters out here. Shout out to you, Maurice. His name is Maurice Sims. He sent me a friend request on Facebook, of all places. And like I said, he does a lot of the comedy shows out here, promotes and it produces the shows. And I messaged him and asked him, I said, I'm, thinking about getting into doing some stand-up. Can you help me? And he told me to meet him at Cat's Cafe at 9:00 on a Tuesday night. And I did. And the rest is history.
How much being a singer, a musician, help with the comedy as well?
I'm already ready for the crowd. It's the crowd. If you're not used to being on stage, it may throw you, because comedy is not easy. Stand-up isn't easy because you got a room full of people that are waiting on you to make them laugh. And your joke can bomb, and people are mean, people will boo you. So you have to be able to recover, from any situation. And being in the music industry for as long as I have has gotten me used to the crowd, I guess,
So think on your feet and ad-libbing are huge as well.
Absolutely. That's huge. You got to be able to do that, because everything doesn't always work out right.
Have you ever experienced stage fright or seen another comedian or a musician, as soon as they get in front of people, they just get stage fright and freeze up?
Yes. I used to be with an all-female record label, and one of our artists there, she was brand new. She was an amazing artist. Do you hear me? Amazing. The girl's music is awesome, but she had never done any stage time. And I saw her at one of our big shows. She literally just froze and forgot all of her lyrics. She forgot all of her lyrics. I was like, oh my God. But she recovered, and it was she just kind of froze. And I was like, okay, girl, no, keep going. So yeah, I definitely have seen it happen. You just kind of, you got to love people through situations like that, because it happens.
For people watching our show live stream or on audio, and they're interested in getting into the comedy industry or the acting industry, or generally the entertainment industry, what advice would you give to those people?
I definitely, with the acting, the main thing for you is to find a casting. Find a casting. And there are plenty of casting companies out here that are free, that all you have to do is sign up. And especially in the main areas, most main cities have, the different casting that are, like I said, it's free. You don't even have to pay anything. And they're legit castings. I would say just go for it. The only person that will ever be able to stand in your way is you. The only person that can hold you back or stop you from doing anything that you want to do is you.
Mindset is huge because any career you're doing, you're gonna have people that support you and like your work, and you're also gonna get people that don't like you, naysayers and skeptics and non-believers. So to me, you have to believe in yourself before you can even go into a new career. First thing.
That's right. So true. I'm 100 wholeheartedly agree. Cynthia
Who
agrees as well.
who were some of your early influences and mentors when you were first starting out in the entertainment industry?
Oh, as far as with the comedy, for sure. The same night that I walked into the comedy club, the very first night, I actually walked in to one of my, at the time, one of my favorite comedians. One of the comedians I've been sneaking and watching on TV since I was a teenager. Just so happened to walk into the door, and I immediately went over and acted a fool for him. And he took me under his wing. His name is Zoo Man. They call him Corey Zoo Man Miller. He's an actor, comedian as well, and he's awesome. He has guided me as a young comedian and introduced me to other comedians that have been in this industry for decades. And everybody has just poured so much life into me as a young comedian. Um, I couldn't ask God for a better situation when it came to that, because I didn't have to start out down here, it started me up here. So that was a blessing. So yeah, shout out to my mentor. I call him Sensei, Corey Zooman Miller. Y'all follow him, look him up, YouTube him, all of that. He's awesome. The boy's funny. He's hilarious.
Do you remember your first performance? And before you do a live performance, singing or doing acting or even being a stand-up comedian, do you have any rituals or superstitions?
I pray before I do anything. That's no matter what. I pray before I go to the bathroom. What you mean? Because Lord, I need you to go in here with me. Because we don't know what's going to happen once we can come on in here with me, Lord. But I definitely, no matter what I'm doing, singing, talking, poetry, raising my kids, going to the Waffle House, I pray, because my relationship with our great big God is the most important thing in my life. So I always make sure that I pray, and I just go out and let God use me, whatever He made me for. So yeah, most of the time I be just as shocked about what comes out of my mouth as y'all do. So I'm like, okay, Lord, be with me. Don't get me booed today, or don't let me crack today. I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't remember my first time singing. Like I said, I've been singing since I was 2 years old, so I definitely couldn't go. I can't go back that far. I've done several groups growing up. I'm a church kid, so I used to sing in a lot of gospel groups and travel with my family and things like that. But definitely with the acting, I've yet to have my first main role. That's coming. I've been doing background acting, and I remember the very first background acting job that I did. It was awesome. I loved it. I've been hooked ever since. I just enjoyed being a part of a production. Like, I knew it was something I was going to see on television, and I was like, wow. Like, I was able to go behind the scenes and see how they produced it and everything. That was super cool. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I love what I do. I love entertaining. I thank God for making me. I think He made me an entertainer, and I'm grateful for that.
Who are some of your favorite male and female actors?
Ooh, let me see here. Of course, Denzel. You can't not say Denzel. Denzel's the GOAT. Okay, like, Denzel's the GOAT. We all know Denzel's the GOAT. Let me see. As far as males, I love Jamie Foxx. Jamie is like my icon. That was who I thought about when I was like, hey, they was like, you can do other things than just music. And I was like, no, wait a minute, Jamie acts, Jamie does comedy, Jamie sings, Jamie plays the piano, Jamie produces. Like, bruh, yes. So I love me some Jamie Foxx. Got to have Jamie. Um, actress wise, I love Miss Felicia Rashad. Baby, that she can be anybody's mama. You hear me? That's yes, ma'am. Miss Claire Huxtable. Yes, indeed. I love her. Miss Felicia Rashad. Much respect to her. She's the GOAT. Absolutely.
I would say
Mm-hmm.
I would say her and the late Florence Henderson, who played Carol Brady on the Brady Bunch, were my two favorite TV moms.
Oh yes. Oh, absolutely. You better believe it. Yes, indeed. They absolutely were. Because they were there. All of that was a part of our childhood. We can't even act like it wasn't, because it was. I was thinking about Laverne and Shirley the other day. My daughter was looking at me like I was crazy because I was like, Flamillo, I incorporated. And she was like, what you talking about? Like, you don't know nothing about that right now. That's Laverne and Shirley.
Or
Mm-hmm.
Happy Days. The golden era of TV and music to me was in the 70s and 80s.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. And sprinkle in a little bit of the early 90s.
90s. I
Yes.
agree. I
We
agree.
got some amazing R&B in the 90s.
That's great. What
We
are
did,
some of
and
your
pop
favorite?
too. Pop as well. We had some great pop groups that came out of the 90s.
Who are some of your favorite R&B artists?
Like I said, of all time, it's always going to be Luther. Got to have Luther. Luther taught me how to sing. Okay, and Luther and Whitney. Whitney taught me how to sing as well. Um, I don't really listen too much to today's today's rap music, but I'm definitely a 90s R&B fan. Baby, I was a No Limit soldier. You understand? Okay, yes, indeed. They asked me for my military ID, and I tell them I was a No Limit soldier in the 1997, from 94 to 97. Mm-hmm. Made them say, nah. Sure did. Yes, I did. From 94 to 97. I was a No Limit soldier. Yes, I was. I served.
Amazing. I just had another I guest on a few days ago that has served in the U.S. Navy for 23 years, and now she's a stand-up comedian.
Wow, that's awesome.
Her name
And
is Kels Mortonton.
okay, yeah, I've been looking out for her
Yes.
because I know
So
she's funny. It's kind of, when you make a jump like that from one career to the next, it's what you're supposed to be doing most of the time.
gotta ask you this, Heather. How competitive is the comedy and the music industry, especially when you first started out?
Absolutely the opposite of what I experienced in the music world. The music world was every inch you fight. Every inch you're fighting for, every inch, anything that you're getting, you're fighting for. The comedy world, the doors just opened. Everybody has been so kind to me in the comedy world. Like I said, I've sat at tables with people that I thought I would only ever see on television. Sit in the same room with them, and they told me I was funny. And just poured life into me. I can't, there's no comparison. The comedy world definitely embraced me with open arms. And I love you guys for that.
When I was reading your bio, Heather, when I was reading your bio that you sent me, I wanted to ask you this: how difficult was it for you with your family never approving of your singing other than gospel music?
I'm the black sheep. I'm the black sheep of my family. I've been the black sheep for many, many, many years. And it's okay. Started out as a lonely journey, but when you realize that our great big God is with you, no matter where you go, you're never alone. So it's okay. I made it. I made it through. Again, even your family, sometimes they don't know. When you have a relationship with God, that's personal. That's between you and our great big God. And your family may think they know what's best or whatever, but they can't tell you the specifics of a personal relationship. And so that's between, because the personal is between you and that other person. So what God had for me was between me and him. And even though my family, I know everybody was always, it was always the best. You know, my mother, she always, like I said, my mama was a Primitive Baptist preacher's daughter. I'm a Primitive Baptist preacher's granddaughter, so I was raised a certain way. And secular music is not where it was at, you know. But like I said, there's more than one way to minister. I had to learn that. And so, like I said, I really feel like comedy is a ministry. And I know music is definitely a ministry. I've had music minister to me more, and it wasn't necessarily gospel music. I've listened to a classic rock song that had me in tears because the truth of what they were saying in the words, you know. So yeah, absolutely. So at the end of the day, I chose to follow my own path, which was the path that God put me on, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I got my kid. She ain't going nowhere.
What made you so motivated and determined to reach your goals as a performer in the entertainment industry, as well as being a parent to a special needs child?
This has been my dream. You know how when you're a little kid in elementary school or kindergarten, they'll say, "Hey, what do you want to be, Heather, when you grow up?" I've always had the same answer. Exactly what I'm doing right now. And I wouldn't trade it for anything else in the world. I'm not going to stop until I get it. This has been a lifelong goal. And like I said, I'm grateful if I, you know, if I don't go another step. I'm so grateful for as far as and as much as I've done right now already. So, you know, I'm grateful. I'm very, very grateful. Very grateful. I wouldn't change it.
And yeah, you know what? When I was younger, I always loved sports, but I just didn't know what I wanted to do. And I took 47 plus years to figure out my passion. And just talking to you, Heather, I can tell how passionate you are about your acting career, your singing career, and your comedy. And any career
Mm-hmm.
you're in, no matter what, if you don't have a passion for it, it's probably time to move on to something else.
That's right. Do what you love. Do what you love. And that's because you'll be happier. Do what you love. And don't worry about how it's gonna work out. It's called faith. Just step out on faith sometimes and see. It works out. It really does. So
And
you gotta do what makes you happy. And make
and
other
being
people happy. Don't be
yeah,
don't be mean to other people. Be happy.
and being in the entertainment industry as well, you're going to get your successes, but you're also going to get your I don't like the word failures. I call them temporary setbacks. So my advice to anyone that's going into the entertainment industry, no matter what it is always be humble and be hungry because um,
Yes.
you just never know what's going to happen in the future.
That's right. That's right. Stay humble. Stay humble. I think that's the clearest path that you can take is just remain humble. Like I said, I am so grateful for every single thing that I have done so thus far in my career, and I have so much more to go. But you better believe I'm grateful for from the start, from the very beginning, and I'm humbled when I say everything that any joke that I tell or anything like that. Know that I'm not coming from a place of where I'm trying to be mean or I'm trying to hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that. It's always, let's laugh. As we can laugh at certain things. And if you don't find it funny, then you don't find it funny. And I'm not meaning to offend anyone. And I apologize if you felt offended. But I laughed. It was funny to me.
How Heather, how much have you improved as a musician, singer, comedian, and actress over the years?
Ooh, wow. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not a kid anymore.
Neither am
I've
I.
learned a lot more about the business. More on the business end. Marketing, merchandising, things like that. The business side of Because all you just thinking you're just a singer and that's all you're gonna do is sing. No, it's so much more that's involved in that. And now that again, I've lived through a lot of years in the entertainment industry, and I'm grateful for everything that I learned because I learned a lot. Like I said, I think that's the answer to the question is that I'm not a kid anymore, and I'm grateful for that. I grew up, so I know I got a little wisdom on me now.
For people watching our show live stream or on audio that have never heard you sing or perform as a stand-up comedian or as an actress, how would you describe Heather Melanie Davis?
Hmm. Music has been like, as you said, to get me through difficult times. Yeah, music is my go-to when I don't have any answers. Cause my sign, I'm the type that I gotta find. It has to make sense to me for me to accept things. And a lot of times, we go through things that require faith. And when I get to that place where I know it requires faith, faith is something that you have to believe that you can't see. So I immediately have to get my bond with our great big God like this right here, because this is tough for me, right? I'm weak. So there are a couple of songs that I'll play that connects me, and I'm good. Or if I'm angry and I need you to leave me alone, I might play a little something to let you know, hey, shut up. Shut up, let the music play right now, or if I'm sad or I'm feeling, let me play my little slow song and whatnot and be quiet when my part comes on, because I'm having a concert over here. You be quiet. I didn't ask for no backup singles either. Be quiet. That's my part. This is my part. So yeah, music has definitely I don't think I would have made it. I know I wouldn't have made it this far without music. I know it, especially as the black sheep. Music's been my best friend.
Hey Heather, can you tell my audience as well the writing aspect of being a comedian and also as a musician, and where do you get some of your inspirations from your jokes and from some of your music songs?
Life. I just go with the flow. Life. Whatever life hits you, there's always they say there's always a silver lining. And if you can find that silver lining, you usually can find some humor in it. There's some comedy in that lining somewhere. So yeah, that's usually what I'm looking for. Hey, how do we turn this mess into some hilarity? Because there's some funny in this. I know it. I'm gonna shake the funny out of this situation. So yeah, I just feel like, yeah, absolutely. You can get through anything. You can get through anything. All you gotta do is just you stay laughing. Just like I said, stay humble and just keep a joyful heart. Keep a joyful heart. And I don't really, I have jokes that I have written, but I don't really go too much with writing jokes. I just go with the flow. Like I said, every situation, you can find some funny in every situation. So that's what I do. That's how I do my jokes. I find the funny in every situation.
Heather, I'm going to put you on the
Because
spot
I'm
here.
funny.
What have been some of your what have been some of your most memorable shows and songs that you've performed in your career so far, and the biggest audience you've performed in front of so far?
Ooh, child. See, now you asking, now you're in my business right there. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right. There is a female rap artist that was very popular in the 90s. Her name is Kaya. Um, she had a song called My Neck, My Back, and it was very inappropriate. And I loved it because I was a teenager and I loved it. It was the more inappropriate, the better. But as like I said, I was with an all-female record label, and one of our very first shows for us opening for a celebrity was we opened for Kaya, and it was in Jacksonville, Florida. And oh, I was a superstar that night, baby. You could not. I like literally walked in and I was Beyonce. You know, like everybody, nobody else mattered. Like this is my show. Just know that. I don't care who else is performing. This is my show, okay? And even Kaya was like, after my performance, she was like, girl, I performed at your show, didn't I? Yes, ma'am, you did. Because I was so excited. I had worked so long and so hard for that night, to get to that night. And it was the most exciting night ever. And I got on stage with my dancers. I did my thing. You couldn't tell me nothing, baby. I was, like I said, I was Beyonce that night. And yes, I've definitely, it was a wonderful payoff to keep me pushing as far as, you know, going forward with my career.
On average, how long? Oh, on average, how long is one of your comedy shows? And as for your music performances, how many songs do you normally usually perform live?
When I was doing music, I haven't done music in a while. Since the pandemic, I haven't had a musical show.
Okay.
But normally, if I get booked for a show, like I said, I was the time that I was doing music and being booked for shows, I was with a label, and there were 3 other artists, and so if we went to do a show, we normally did 2 to 3 songs, you know, depending on the venue. You know, sometimes we just come in and do 1 song. We were working on, everybody had a mixtape that we were working on. And, you know, so we were using those times to promote that music particularly. So, you know, we traveled to different places, and a lot of different places people would, you know, a certain song from there was what was popular in that area. So those are the songs that we would go and perform, you know, just depending on the area. So, like I said, anywhere from 2 to 3 songs I would do. And the comedy, like I said, with the comedy shows, I'm usually just in a lineup of other comedians because, you know, it's a comedy show. I haven't done my own special yet. That's coming. I got my own special coming. But as of right now, anywhere from 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 minutes for a set.
Do you prefer
like I said, depends on the venue.
Do you prefer to open, be the middle act, or do you prefer to be the finisher? Ideally, what if it was up to you, what would you choose?
I like to open.
Open?
Believe it or not, I'm the opener. I'm gonna get the party started. Let's get it cracking here. Let's go.
How long does it take Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, sorry, it's just a Wi-Fi issue there. I was going to ask you that, how long does it take for you as a comedian to engage or get a sense of the audience mood as a stand-up comedian?
Immediately. Energy. You can feel energy. So before you even step foot on the stage, you can feel an energy of a crowd. You know, mostly I usually go through and walk through the crowd and talk to people before, and a lot of times the people didn't even know who I was until I got on the stage, and they're like, wait a minute, I just talked to that lady at the bar, she's funny. Like, that lady just walked up on me and told me a joke and bought me a drink. Like, that lady's funny. You know, that's, again, being nice, as I've never gone wrong with being nice to anyone ever. So yeah. You can feel the energy of the crowd.
Wanted to ask you this too. As a stand-up comedian performing in front of a live audience, how do you go about your wardrobe and and branding yourself as well as a comedian?
I have been, since the pandemic, everything that I've been doing online.
Okay.
And my Instagram is popping. My Instagram is popping right now.
That's good.
I had a couple of I started going viral with my reaction videos. And so that I definitely want to tell you guys about that. My hashtag is a no ma'am. And no ma'am just basically means exactly what it says. No ma'am. You know, I'll find people post all kind of things online nowadays. And I find some of these videos that probably should not have been posted. And I'll let the video play first, and then you'll get my reaction. And normally it's me looking like this. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You got that from
So
Married.
that,
You got that from Married
yeah.
with Children. If you ever remember Married with Children with Al Bundy, Ed O'Neill, and Peggy, and that one of Al Bundy's
Yeah, I love,
characters.
you know what? I forgot that was the name
No
of
ma'am
Al's group was
T-shirts.
No
Yeah, no
Ma'am.
ma'am. Yes,
It sure was. I
they
loved
even
Al Bundy.
have you thought about
Yeah.
branding yourself in T-shirts, merchandise?
Because God is on time, I'm trying to tell you. I just met a lady that just came in my job yesterday, as a matter of fact, that does all of that. The T-shirts, the everything that I'm going to need to market, all of that. And she just gave me her number and was like, we're going to work together. Give me a call. And so she's a regular at my job now. So, yeah, guys, it's coming. All that's coming. And if anybody tries to jack my shit, I'm telling you, excuse me, I can't curse. If anybody tried to jack me and my idea or whatever, this is my proof right here that absolutely not. And I pull up. I be pulling up to people's houses. I pull up in your driveway. And be stealing my ideas.
I'll have to give you a shovel because I have to. Hey, I have snow on my driveway right now, so you'd have to shovel my driveway first.
No, I'm not doing all of that. You'll catch me in the springtime.
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah, you safe for at least the next couple of months, baby. I'll catch you in the springtime.
How much
I don't be rolling on nobody in the winter.
Well, I had to ask you this. How much we all hear the negative aspects of social media, but how much has the social media and technology been a positive for people that are going into music and as a comedian and even doing stand-up comedians live stream as well nowadays?
Absolutely. Just everything that you just said. Like, this is complete and total access that we did not have. This was the technology that we did not have in the 90s when I was singing. You could not go on Instagram, Facebook Live, YouTube, and just sing your face off and get discovered. Like, that was, the technology has really, really, really picked up. Like I said, you can see a comedian do their set on Reels now, so I definitely can say that it's definitely been more of a platform. It's giving you more of a platform that wasn't there before. So that's a step up. Always.
Before we wrap up our show, Heather, in a couple of minutes, I do this with all my guests. What are some fun facts about Heather Melody Davis your fans might not know about you? And can you tell us about some of your upcoming comedy performances and obviously live music performances? You haven't been doing music for a while. So just some of your latest upcoming comedy performances and what's the best place for people to see you perform on live stream?
Well, you can catch me at your local Waffle House.
Okay.
I do music on Fridays and Saturdays, and then I do comedy on Sunday through Wednesday. Okay, you can find now 5 days a week. You can catch me either singing on the grill or burning somebody up on the grill with some comedy. Okay, y'all can come right on 265 Jonesboro Road in McDonough, Georgia. Y'all pull right up on me. Come on, because I'm either singing, but I'm definitely cooking with love. I'm flipping the food, and you gonna get the food gonna be busting. But if you're trying to discover me, that's where I'm at.
And what's a fun fact about yourself?
I'm a nerd.
Oh,
believe
same
it
here. Same here.
And I love the word nerd. I do. I'm a total nerd. I'm a bookworm. Like, I love to read. I am a hermit.
That's okay.
I'm a hermit. Yeah, so I'm usually by myself reading a book somewhere quietly. I love people, but I don't be peopling. Did that make sense?
And I wanted to And speaking of food, since you work at the Waffle House, what's the best? I've never been to the Waffle House in the States yet. I know I should. I know I should. What's the best waffle to get at the Waffle House? I'm a
Mm,
pancake guy, but if I had to have a waffle and went to the Waffle House, what do you recommend?
hmm. Um, all our waffles bust. Like all of them are absolutely busting. But if I had to choose, do you like let me ask you, do you like peanuts or are you a nut
I,
fan?
I I'm more of a blueberry type fan. Blueberries,
Blueberry is gonna be your choice then. No ifs, ands, or
blueberry.
buts about it. Get you a
I
good
love
old blueberry
chocolate.
waffle, baby. You in there.
I love chocolate, but I've had to stop eating chocolate 7 years ago. I was heading towards diabetes, so chocolate was one of the things I had to give up. But blueberries are one thing I love.
Oh yeah, they got the little blueberry nougats that you put over in there while it's cooking. And yeah, the blueberries are one of the ones that we sell out of the most.
And are these frozen ones? Or are they made by scratch?
Oh no, baby, I whip that waffle batter up by hand every single day.
On my way over right now.
You said, look, you see, I got carpal tunnel. What Fred Sanford used to say. You said I got because I whip it by hand every day with the whisk every single day.
I'm going to put you on the
And
spot
yet
with
I'm
this
still
question.
single.
Which holiday do you enjoy the most, Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Thanksgiving because that's my birthday.
Happy belated birthday, by the way. I hope you had did you have a
Well,
cake
thank
for your birthday? Did you have a
you.
cake for your birthday?
I had a great birthday this year. I really did. And my coworkers, they made me feel amazing, especially my manager, my big manager, who I didn't think gave a crap. He surprised me with some flowers at work and brought me a Starbucks. So you can't go wrong with Starbucks. He brought me a Starbucks gift card. And and all of my customers came in that day. I had to work on my birthday, but all my customers came in and we had a great day. I
That's
enjoyed it.
awesome. Do you ever perform
Hmm.
comedy while you're at the work at your day
Every
job?
day. Every single day. Every single day.
You should tell your boss I want to get extra pay for being funny at work too.
I have. They won't give me a raise. I ask for a raise for everything. Because I think I should get a raise for being the coolest person in the building. And they act like they didn't hear me say that.
And you can also sing and act too.
All of that. I'll be singing happy birthday to the customers and all of that. I am the blessing to the Waffle House. They know it. They know I'm the blessing. They do. They just don't want to pay me. That's it. That's all. And I'm sick of it.
And
Pay me.
finally, Heather, we're going to wrap this up. Where can my audience follow you on social media, and what's the best way of somebody reaching out to you, contacting you on social media?
You can always slide in my DMs, okay? On Facebook, I am Heather Melody Ingram Davis, and I know that's a lot. I know that's a lot. It is, but you remember it, Heather Melody Ingram Davis. All right, that's my Facebook, and on my Instagram, you can follow me at my stage name, which is The Black Heather. Yeah, I had to tell you guys I was black. Heather's not a black name. I know that. So, and to let you guys know ahead of time, I am the Black Heather, all right? And you can follow me right there on Instagram. And like I said, anytime you want to catch up with me, slide in the DMs, baby. Go on and call your girl. You know what I'm talking about. Hit me up. That's it.
Any plans for a website too, since I got you on here before we wrap it up?
Definitely working on a website. I'm sorry about that too. I need to apologize to you because you've been asking me about a website all week, and I just pretended like I didn't even hear you ask me about that. I'm sorry. Let me
It's
just
okay.
apologize. I'm sorry.
No
But
worries. It's cool.
yeah, I got you know how when your cousin Pookie is working on your website and it ain't quite
Yeah.
as professional as you want it just yet. I haven't come through. Now I'm not gonna do all of that. My cousin does amazing work. I'm working on the website. The website's coming soon, you guys.
All right.
And
Well,
the
hey,
podcast Coming soon.
You got a podcast. Can you tell us the name of it yet?
I got a podcast coming soon. Yeah.
A name? You got a name for it? You got a name for the podcast?
I can't tell you right now. Hush, hush, hush.
Hey, are you going to invite me on as a guest?
My manager's going to bust my head if I say any more.
Are you going to invite Chris from Canada on as a guest?
Okay, wait a minute. You sound like a robot. The
robot there.
The Wi-Fi cutting up for a second. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Any chance you'd want a Canadian on your podcast as a guest?
Oh, absolutely. What do you mean? You know you're going to be one of my first guests. What do you mean? Absolutely.
That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. And hey, Heather, I apologize for keeping you more than 45 minutes, but I want to say thank you so much for coming on live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, sponsored by Barry Cullen and Wellington Brewery. And I'm working on more sponsors for my show, but you have an open invite to come back on my show again. And maybe the next time you come on, we might be able to show a little bit of your comedy work as well in the future.
Yeah, we talk about some sports too, because I'm from the Bible Belt.
Okay. Next time we have you on.
Football.
Next time we have you on, we're going to talk about how Michigan beat Georgia last year to win their national championship. Go Blue.
You didn't have to go there.
Okay. All right.
You see how you went there.
So, and before we go,
you can't say how Georgia just beat Georgia Tech in 8 overtimes. Dude, we can't talk about that. You want to talk about last year.
And we've got a viewer.
My dogs like it.
D-Law with the hearts. I think she's a friend of yours, D-Law.
That's my family. That's my cousin. Hey, cousin.
And she says, sorry, I'm late. That's okay. This show will air 24/7 on 365 days a year on all social media platforms. And give me a little time tonight, Heather and D-Law, and I will have the video and audio downloaded, and I will do some video reels, clips, if you'd like to use them as well.
Okay, awesome. Yay. Thank you, Chris, for having me on your show. You're so awesome. And what a great show. I wish you so much more, like 5 more years, so many more episodes. You're awesome.
Well, thank you
for having me.
Thank you so much. And another guest has come on, our viewer, Shelly. I think Shelly. I think that's
that's my work bestie.
Okay, it's funny. We're wrapping up we're wrapping up the show, and now everybody starts watching at the end.
Yeah, y'all want to come in? See, that's what happens when you mess with black folks, because black people gonna show up late. We coming late. We coming, but we probably gonna be late.
Same here with us white folks. We're late too.
Y'all be late. I think that's a Canadian thing.
Hey, I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, I love that. Y'all different. I like it.
And the next time I have you on my show, I'm going to give you a test on Canada. I'm going to ask you 5 things about Canada.
Ooh, let me beef it up. Let me run and go get my Canada on right quick. You know. How cold did you tell me it was there?
Right now it is -1 Celsius, which is 26 degrees, and we're getting about 5 centimeters of snow. We do things here in metric. You guys do imperial, we do metric. We're like the UK, I guess.
I be wanting to come to Canada, but I don't like it. I'm tropical apparently, because I don't like it that cold. Too cold.
But we do get a taste of summer here. We get a taste of everything. So I like our
well, I'm coming in the summertime.
But to warn you, it's very expensive here. Canada is very expensive.
Versus the US dollar?
Our Canadian dollar right now is bad. The other day I bought I think I bought $100 US. It cost me 193 Canadian. Our dollar, our Canadian dollar keeps shrinking. So for us, it's not good. For Americans coming to Canada, yes, it is good, but our dollar is weak right now, and it's very expensive by the time you switch the dollar over. So I'm hoping things get better. And then we got more comments here. And too cold? No, it's perfect. Anything that's over 20 degrees is balmy as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely not.
So,
that's my work bestie, and she be at work in a snuggie as soon as the wind blows.
and how long have you known her for?
Like I said, we've been working together since we started working together about 6 months now. It's our anniversary, Shell.
Wow. Well, I want to say
everybody at work hates that we're friends. Like, we totally got to work and clicked up, and we do all the work. Yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you to D-Law, Robbie, Shelly, and everybody that's watching this live stream, and also on our audio platform for coming on. Heather, I wish you continued success in your comedy career.
Thank you.
I will have to get down to Atlanta, Georgia one day for sporting events, the Waffle House, and to see you perform stand-up comedy as well.
Yep, come see Auntie. Auntie got a spot for you. Come on down here.
Deal. All right. Well, thank you so much again. I really appreciate this. We're going to wrap this up, but we'll see you soon, and we'll talk to you on social media really soon.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you so much. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night.
Good night. All right, guys, that concludes season 9, episode 23 of Live with CDP Sports Talk, sponsored by Barry Cullen Chevrolet and Wellington Brewery here in Guelph, Ontario. That was my special guest, Heather Melanie Davis, who is a stand-up comedian, actress, and singer out of Atlanta, Georgia. I got a clip from my YouTube channel from a couple weeks ago from the Midnight Cafe in Waterloo, Ontario. One of my guests from a year ago was there. She invited me to see her perform. Her name is Paige Warner, and she's from Owen Sound, Ontario. Check out her website, paigewarner.com. And here's a little clip of Paige Warner performing at the Midnight Cafe in Waterloo, Ontario.
Change because I want you. A deal breaker for just a game. Would take you for another day. You don't see what I'm not damaged, used for too many years. See my heart.
That was courtesy of my YouTube channel. Please hit the subscribe and like notification. That was Paige Warner, a talented musician out of Owen Sound, Ontario. You can check out her website. I believe it's paigewarner.com or paigewarner.ca. Just Google Paige Warner. She's a terrific young musician out of Owen Sound, Ontario, and originally from Waterloo, Ontario. Next Live with CDP, Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, again sponsored by BarryCullin.com and WellingtonBrewery.ca, is going to be on Thursday, December 5th. That's tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, with our special guest, Bob Soshi, the play-by-play announcer for the National Football League's six-time Super Bowl champion New England Patriots on 98.5, the Sports Hub in Boston. Bob Soshi is going to come on, and we're going to talk about the 2024 New England Patriots. Their devastating 25-24 loss to the Colts. Their bye week is this week. And also we're going to talk about rookie quarterback Drake May, who is one of the top 3 picks in the NFL draft in 2024 in Detroit. So if you're a fan of the New England Patriots in the National Football League, check out Live with CDP, Sports and Entertainment Talk Show tomorrow night, Thursday, December 5th, again at 6 p.m. Eastern, with Bob Soshi, the voice of the New England Patriots. And Bob also did some minor league baseball calling too as well. So Bob's a huge sports fan, and it's a pleasure to have Bob Soshi on. He's one of the best in the business, and he's called 3 Super Bowl championships for the New England Patriots alongside Scott Zolak on 98.5, the Sports Hub. And I believe they've also called 4 Super Bowls together as a duo as well. So I'm excited to have Bob Soshi on tomorrow night to talk New England Patriots and National Football League as well. Guys, check out the Wellington Brewery, founded in 1985 at 950 Woodlawn Road West here in Guelph, Ontario. WellingtonBrewery.ca, telephone number 519-837-2337. Try a Welly on and please drink responsibly. Check out their Christmas Lager Mix Pack. It is your go-to gift or party favor for a truly refreshing holiday. Packed with premium lagers, this mix includes our year-round classics, the smooth Golden Helles Lager, one of my favorites, and the easy drinking Boot Light Lager, plus a special seasonal treat, Crispy Forever. These crisp, clean brews are each uniquely crafted for a balance of flavor, low alcohol, and ultimate refreshment, making this mix approachable for any crowd. This festive 6-pack box is as handsome as it is convenient, just like me. Perfect for sharing at parties or gifting to the beer lovers in your life. Again, check out WellingtonBrewery.ca or pop by the brewery at 950 Woodlawn Road West here in Guelph, Ontario. And in 2025, they'll be celebrating their 40th year Wellington Brewery here in Guelph, which was founded back in 1985. All right, guys, as we wrap up this show, if you're looking to adopt, check out the Cambridge and District Humane Society at 1650 Dunbar Road in Cambridge, Ontario. Telephone number 519-623-7722, extension 0, or visit their website at cambridgehumanesociety.org. All the animals up for adoption are available on their website, and you can get 50/50 monthly raffle tickets through their website. Click on cambridgehumanesociety.org and events. And if you're looking to volunteer as a dog walker, as a volunteer with Cambridge District Humane Society, you can fill out online applications through their website as well. And speaking of Cambridge Humane Society, I am going to be selling 2025 Cambridge Humane Society calendars for $10 cash, or you can PayPal me at cpalme19@gmail.com. That's cpalme19@gmail.com. For the next few weeks, I'm going to try to sell some more calendars. I've already sold 22 calendars and raised $220 for the Cambridge District Humane Society as well. Live with CDP, Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, again, is live streamed on these platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter /X, Twitch, LinkedIn, and now available on Instagram. And please make sure you follow and subscribe to my social media platforms. You can also check out my website at beacons.ai/Chris D. Palme. Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, again, is sponsored by Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership at 905 Woodlawn Road West in the Gulf Auto Mall. Check out barrycullen.com for the newest selection of new and pre-owned GM vehicles, or give the dealership a call at 519-824-0210. Tell them Chris Palme sent you, or email the dealership at info@barrycullen.com. Barry Cullen Chevrolet has been a proud sponsor of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show since September of 2022, and they've been family run and operated here in the city of Guelph since 1969. Live with CDP t-shirts are coming soon, $20, and they'll be available in any size and colors. More details coming. You can follow this content creator on TikTok at Live with CDP, and make sure you hit that follow notification. StreamYard is the official live stream provider of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. If you're into webinars or podcasting, check out StreamYard.com. I've been with StreamYard now for 4 years. And if you're a business, contact the StreamYard website, StreamYard.com/sales department for business pricing as well. Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Podcast Talk Show is audio version is available on these platforms: iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify for podcasters, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Casts, Spotify, Castbox, LinkedIn, Pandora, Tuned In, YouTube Music, Good Pods, and make sure you hit that subscribe and like notification buttons. Finally, guys, you can email Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show at cpalme19@gmail.com. Any comments, questions, suggestions, feedback would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you'd like to support my show, you can do it through PenPal, cpalme19@gmail.com. And also, guys, I am now a part of the Cameo family. If you like a personalized video from yours truly, CDP, Chris Palme, click on cameo.com/Chris Palme, and I'd be happy to do a personalized video for you. And it is Christmas time, so what's a better way of giving yourself a gift from yours truly, Chris Palme, aka CDP as well. And before we wrap up this show again, guys, I'm excited about tomorrow night's show. Tomorrow night, Thursday, December 5th, 6 p.m., Bob Sochi is going to join us again from 98.5, the Sports Hub. He is the longtime play-by-play announcer for the New England Patriots. And he's going to come on. We're going to talk Drake May, this 2024 New England Patriots. And I'm also going to ask Bob who he feels should be MVP, Josh Allen or Saquon Barkley. We all know how I feel about it. I think Saquon Barkley should be the MVP. And then Thursday Night Football, Packers, Lions, 8:15 on Amazon, or here in Canada on TSN. Looking for that game. If the Packers can upset the Lions and the Eagles can beat Carolina at the Link on Sunday, as of Sunday night, the Philadelphia Eagles could be the #1 seed in the NFC as well. And hopefully Devontae Smith will be back in the lineup for the Eagles. But anyways, guys, going to wrap up my show again. Thank you to my special guest tonight, Heather Melanie Davis, for coming on here. Please check her out on Instagram and on Facebook. And thank you to everyone watching this live stream and on audio, and to my two sponsors, Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership and Wellington Brewery here in Guelph. I hope everybody has a great night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night at 6 p.m. with Bob Sochi, the voice of the New England Patriots on 98.5, the Sports Hub in Boston. Have a good night, everybody.